there's this nervous energy that you feel within you. And it feels like you're waiting for everything to crash. It feels like you really can't believe that everything could just work out. But I feel like this energy, it doesn't come from this moment. It comes from the past that you're used to. I feel like you're used to things going good for a moment and then everything falling apart. And feeling like you might be in a worse position than you were before. But this isn't one of those times. This is not a time where things are going to fall apart. And when I say fall apart, I mean as far as you going backwards away from the path that you're on. Things might be falling away physically in maybe a career sense or maybe a relationship sense or friendship wise. Those things could be falling apart. But those things that are falling apart, they're doing that because they're not meant to come with you. You're on this path. And I keep repeating this and I'm going to keep saying it. There's no turning back. You manifested this place that you're in right now. Whether you prayed for this or you just asked for it or you just focused on it and put in the work that you needed to make this happen, it's happening. And you can't take it back now. You don't want to take it back now. Because you know this is what you've been meant for. You know this is where you're meant to go. But that energy is still with you. You still feel nervous. And it might feel even more intense now because things have never been going as good as they are for as long as they have been right now. I mean, as good as they have been as they are right now. What am I trying to say? Things have never been going as good as they are right now for this long. There's always some setback. There's always something that leads you to feeling like you're broken or like things are never going to change. A feeling of hopelessness. And you haven't had that feeling in a while. Even when you go through your feelings of, worry or feeling like you're not worthy. Even when you struggle with those moments, you still have hope. You still have that underlying knowing, even if it's very, very small and seems far away, it's still there within you. And that's what's different about this time, is nobody and nothing can take that knowing away now that you have it. You can try to make yourself forget, but it only lasts for so long. You always come back. And you want to keep coming back. You want to continue down this path that you've laid out for yourself. even through this nervous, anxious energy, there's a feeling of peace. And the peace doesn't come from knowing exactly what's going to happen. It comes from that feeling of knowing that you are capable of this, that you are doing this. You know who you are. There's a lot of things that are going to happen that are going to test you. Maybe test isn't the right word. There's a lot of things that are going to happen that are going to challenge you. If I can get my words right, we'll be good. A lot of things are going to challenge you. But these things you don't have to look at as negative or setbacks. They're really just opportunities for you to use everything that you've been learning, all the tools that you've been stockpiling up, and really put them to use. Because I feel like this is not a time that you're stagnant. This is not a time that you're not moving forward in some way. Even if it feels like you're in a routine and you feel bored, that feeling of boredom can also be confused with what peace is, which I feel like peace is just lack of discomfort, lack of suffering and distress. But you're so used to discomfort. You're so used to struggling and striving for things. It's like when that's not there, what do you do? How do you live? How do you be you? But that distress and all that, that was never you. It was only a way that you learned to cope due to things that might have been done to you or things that you might have done. Just things that you weren't really ready to deal with yet. But you have dealt with them now, or you've at least begun to deal with them. And now that you're in that place where you are able to deal with them, that coping mechanism of constantly striving for more, constantly struggling between good or bad, right or wrong, worthy or unworthy, that is not needed by you anymore. So this anxious energy that you feel is not what's the word I'm looking for? It's not hindering you. It's not hurting you. It's just a remnant of a past that you lived. And I'm not saying this to say like you won't ever feel anxious or you won't ever feel nervous. We're human. You're gonna feel those things. But this specific energy that you're feeling right now is just a remnant. And it will only last for so long. But it cannot hinder you, cannot hurt you. It can't stop you, even if you feel like it takes you, even if you feel like you go backwards into, past habits or past coping mechanisms. You still have that underlying knowing within you that wasn't there before. So you will come back. This path is not like, it's not something that you're willing to just step off anymore. It's not something that you can push aside and say, maybe this isn't meant for me, because you know it is. You know it without a doubt. Okay, maybe with some doubts, but you know it for sure that this path is the path that you're meant to be on. So nothing can take that from you, even this energy that you're in. So because this energy is still here, it's giving you the opportunity to feel it, to be with it, and to still know where you're going, to still know that you're worthy, to still know that you can be present in this moment. Even if you're anxious, even if you're nervous about what might happen, in this moment, you are safe. In this moment, you are surrendering to whatever it is, whoever it is that you believe in, that you are on the right path, that things are working in your favor that you can't even see. You are safe in surrendering. And that feels like something that is something you never felt safe to do. You never felt safe giving up control. You always felt like you had to do something, but now there's nothing for you to do other than to be. That's all you need to do right now. It doesn't have to look a certain way. It doesn't have to fit a certain mold. All you have to do is be. So, I love you. These words come directly from my heart, and I do hope they reach your heart. I do want to say that I am trying to take my own advice as far as not focusing so much on perfection and focusing more on presence. So with that, I will be making more of these videos because I feel like the more often I make them, the better chance I have of it finding somebody that it actually resonates with. Because this isn't meant to resonate with everybody. But if it resonated with you, then it was definitely for you. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.